Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll
at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Rivers. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Ready, 180, red delta!
Rivers on 1st down. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. 49's the mic, watch 49. I'm coming after you.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Andy Isabella was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Set, hut, go to base. 49. Check.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Murray. Buying time to his left. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 9-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. So he wanted to pass it, but that thing turned out much better.
And the crowd really responded, didn't they? They always like it better when the quarterback is scrambling around.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Now Gordon. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
White 90, back 180. 58 right there. Double dog, that's
On 2nd and 15 now. Rivers. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Block the team!
3rd and short yardage, Rivers. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by DJ Swearinger. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points. Stalled.
That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk, 31 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Check. Red Delta! Check 37, check 37. Done!
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. 16 yards, a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Rivers. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
That's the one you make spin. That's the one you make spin.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Robert Alford. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They were looking for Johnson that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. Man left, man left. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Thomas Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
3 bud.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And, oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
The Chargers were best in the NFL, 7 of 8 on 4th down last year, and they're going here.
We got to step it up.
They'll run for it with Eckler. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. So certainly... An interesting call there to go for it. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0?
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. Johnson the intended target.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 40. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for L.A. 65 yards on the ground.
First down, Chargers.
So forget about any talk of possible safeties. Here's 1st and 10, clear on the other side of the field. Off the play fake. Jones. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Throwing Jones. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Virgil Green is tied in, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. Jones now, operating from the gun. Flush to his right. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgler.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
Well, they gave the 60-yarder a try, didn't make it, and now they're in a tough position defensively. This offense has it in midfield. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Adrian Phillips there to knock that one away.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. He's going to let this one go deep. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect,
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jordan Hicks, his second sack of the night.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
I got you. Check 24. Check 24.
Now Jones. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the gun on third down, Jones. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. This is taken at about the 14. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Nasir Adderley making like his Hall of Fame cousin Herb as he gets a hand in to knock it away.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the... And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Murray with a third and long.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those two hands over his head and that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Taking it about the 36. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Jordan Hicks in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Looking to throw. Jones. Escaping the pressure right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jordan Hicks make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The Chargers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded at the 20. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Murray now on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Intended for Demir Bird. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. A final shot before half from Murray. He's going to float this one deep right side. And got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Boy, a rough crowd. No football for 6 months. Already we're skipping halftime. Well, let's get right back to the action. We're set for quarter 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
He's checking, he's trading with him. Go.
Murray now on 1st down. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
49's the mic. 49's the mic.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
49's the mic. Watch 49.
Here's Murray from midfield, eluding the pressure right. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he's trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Throwing now is Murray. And now here is another interception. Trevor Williams with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them. That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. And they've got it very deep in enemy territory. It's inside the 5 at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise him and catch him off guard.
And he fights his way in, not giving up. And it's a Cardinal touchdown. It's a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Let's go next. I'm coming for you. You mine. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. 66. Bullet. Now. Alert 3.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. A quick hitter complete. It's Davis. Well, that'll get them to 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target. Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
Let's go. Now the wolf. Mike, 49. No gain on this defense. No gain.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now he'll go deep down the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Chase Edmonds, the man he was looking for. But now it'll be 3rd down. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on third down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
Brandon, sometimes I think when we watch games, we're actually watching a living museum because we're seeing the evolution of positions almost with each passing game. How about defensive ends nowadays and the way that they can run almost all the way across the field?
It is unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, they're so strong, but they're so lean, they can move so quick with those bodies.
It's almost unfair. You're supposed to be able to know where a defensive end is supposed to be on every play. These guys flash so quickly, you're not sure where they're going to end up.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll start here with Jackson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Don't be scared of it. Shoot.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. He'll get this to Eckler. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 3rd down. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup, and that'll do it for the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. The Chargers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Jones. He's got his man here. It's Green. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a 1st down.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Nice job. Nice patience right there. Put him on the right side. Let him work his way across. Put the ball in his hands and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Jones. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jordan Hicks. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Jones. And Green with a catch left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st. Finally a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Hassan Reddick came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Check 15. Check 15. Check 4.
Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Back to throw. Jones. And this is going to be incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 22. What a nightmare. Game he's having now 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It give it and it take it away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that it's under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jordan Hicks in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Second and long. Going to throw right side here, complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for L.A. And even 60 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Here we go.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
Check. Go. Check out. Hot.
Throwing on second and long. Jones. Dancing to his left. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. They're all finished up in Seattle. The Broncos have opened up a 2-touchdown lead. A win would be their first of the young season. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Now Jones on 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
The tackle made at his own 5-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 5-yard line.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense